care about the blue. I care about the.
All right. See if it's working now. Nope, that's the old one. No idea if this is working or not. No idea. Oh, I think it is working. I think it's working now.
Is it live?
Yeah. We're live now. All right, guys. Sorry about that. See if we can figure it out. It's gonna be a long hour. If we can't figure this out, it's gonna be a long hour. Eugene Napoleon at 6:30. We're gonna call him. Talk about his Inside the Jersey documentary with Dub V Nation. And we're just talking about whatever. So if you're here and it's working, let's talk about whatever. Let's do whatever.
Let's do whatever. I love it so much. Like I said, I started to say before we were live, the CBI, man, it was a tragic ending. Like we had our hopes high. Our team came back. Our team started playing. We felt like we were balling at the end of the Big 12 tournament. We felt good. We looked good. We beat Oklahoma. We beat Texas Tech. Granted, we lost to Kansas, but we felt like a little fire, something that we hadn't had all season. And then we get the CBI. We win our first game, and we got housed. We got railroaded. Coastal Carolina came out, maybe not railroaded, but got beat down.
Yeah, railroaded means you get cheated.
Okay, we didn't get cheated. Hopefully, I wish I could blame it on the cheat, but it wasn't a cheat. They straight up came out and played ball, and it felt like we reverted back to something that was earlier in the year. Like I felt like we had finally figured it out, and somehow against Coastal Carolina, we just turned it out. And that's the thing.
We're on Facebook too, just real quick. We're on Facebook right now because we're trying to figure out our YouTube, and so we want to let you guys know that we are live on YouTube. George is not here. So it's just me and Jeremy, and we're trying to get it right.
That's right. Jordan, our producer, who usually produces the show, he's on vacation.
He gets everything right, and so the color's off a little bit. We started it and had to stop it and restart it, so I don't know what's going on, but hopefully you guys are in there watching us. If not, we'll figure it out. Pat McAfee once said they did an entire show with no sound. They figured out later there was no sound. So it happens to the best of us. And it certainly happens to the worst of us. So,
but like I said, Coastal Carolina, they came in, and I just didn't feel like we were ready to play.
Text Jordan for me, please.
I didn't feel like we were ready.
What up, Joey Boggs? Hey, Joey, man, do us a big favor. Go to our Raspy Voice Kids channel. Please go to the channel real quick.
Check us out, yeah.
So if you're watching us, go to the Raspy Voice Kids YouTube channel. That's where we're doing the show. That's when we're answering questions, taking comments, text. If you want a phone call, let us know. Eugene Napoleon interview is at 6:30, and we're supposed to have some other people who said they're going to comment. They got some things they want to talk about. What's up, Chad? Go to our YouTube channel to watch.
Yep.
YouTube, Raspy Voice Kids, RVK, the Raspy Voice Kids YouTube channel. That's where the show's going to be live. I just have this here now so we can let you guys know that we're on live on our YouTube channel. We are talking all things, anything that you want to talk about. Pop culture, you want to talk about your girlfriend, she getting on your nerves, let us know. You want to know if you got the right clothes on, right shoes, right shirt, right service, let us know. You want to talk about WVU spring practice, let us know. CBI, NCAA tournament, whatever it is you want to talk about. Jeremy's already been talking about it. Say what's up to the people, Jay.
Yeah. I'm here. I'm here in the building. Look at these cheekbones. Hey, what up? What it do? What it is? That's what we're talking about. Like the CBI, obviously, it's on everybody's mind. It's something that just happened, and we really felt like we were going to win it all, and we didn't. And to take that momentum that we had in the Big 12 tournament and then make it to the CBI and feel like it was something we were supposed to win because we played so well against Texas Tech. We played so well against Oklahoma. Granted, we let down a bit against Kansas, but Kansas is a good team. Then we get to CBI, and we let down. It's just really tough. It's just really tough. So, hopefully it's something that because we lost, next year we can take as a momentum builder. You get what I'm saying? Momentum builder.
Well, that's what Jordan McCabe said. He said that it wasn't good enough. He said, for sure, this is not good enough. And he said that they're going to make us proud to wear West Virginia gear. One thing I want to talk about, we did not talk about on the show, Jeremy. Huggy said he wants people to wear their Flying WV proudly. He doesn't want people hiding it underneath their jacket or whatever else. I have never in my life and will never in my life hide my flying WV. I don't care what we win. I don't care what we lose. I'll never hide it. I will never be ashamed of it. I might be frustrated, maybe at moments embarrassed about the way things went, but never ashamed of being from West Virginia, being a West Virginian, or the teams that represent our state.
I agree. But if we're going to have real talk.
Real quick, shout out to Facebook. Tell them, Jeremy, where can they find us?
RaspyVoiceKids.com. Oh, excuse me.
No.
.net.
No. Go to our YouTube channel, Raspy Voice Kids on YouTube.
That's also what I was going to say.
Raspy
Go to
Voice
Raspy
Kids.
Voice Kids on YouTube. Check that out.
Check us out, Raspy Voice Kids on
Don't
YouTube.
hit me with surprise questions, okay?
I didn't think it's that big of a surprise.
Don't hit me with the surprise questions. Here's my thing about like Huggy saying that is we love Huggy and we love what Huggy has done here at WVU, but it's tough because like we said on our podcast, which you'll hear on Thursday, the fact that 607,000 people, 6,700 people showed up to the Coliseum to support our Mountaineers in one of the worst years we've ever had. We had our highest losing total ever in the history of West Virginia, 21 losses, and yet we played, and our boys showed out. Our fans showed out. We came out to support the Mountaineers. We came out to support the blue and gold.
The gold and blue.
The gold and the blue. So it's a little tough. Like, you're telling us about hiding our Mountaineer fans, but we were there. And everybody, we had that spirit. Like, after we saw the Big 12 tournament, after we saw what went on, after we saw, like I said, the Texas Tech win, the Oklahoma win, we started really feeling it. And like I said on the podcast, there are certain other media outlets that said, oh, those people who are disappointed in the West Virginia loss are also the people who thought we were really a good team. How would you not think we were a good team?
Well,
we beat Texas Tech is in the Sweet 16, and we beat them in the Big 12. So how in the world did you not think we were going to be 16-16 Coastal Carolina?
Yeah, but I think there's a difference between winning a game and being a good team.
That's true, but when you beat an elite team, a team that's a top 16 team in the country,
yeah, but
you would think that you could be a number 70 team in the country, even without some of your better players.
You can do it, but in a one and done tournament, that's what makes March Madness March Madness. In a one and done, pretty much anybody can beat anybody. You're not going to tell me that, for example, UMBC is better than Virginia. They beat Virginia. That doesn't make them better than Virginia. It doesn't mean Virginia wasn't deserving of a number one seed. It means they lost that game.
I think sometimes it's about focus and whatnot, and that's the biggest thing that I felt let down about is because I felt like our team had finally got that focus and finally got that hunger that Mountaineer fans or Mountaineer teams usually have. And in the first half of that game, first half of the first game, they didn't play like they had that hunger and that fire and that desire. But you got something, man. You got something. What you got?
Well, first we got to call Jim Ashley. So I'm going to do that real quick. Jeremy, put this number in your phone. Oh, never mind.
About to tell it out to the world.
I'm about to tell out the world. All right, we got 2 phone call requests, one from Zach Deck, one from Jim Ashley. The first one we're going to call is Jim Ashley. He was the first one.
Punch it in there. Just go ahead and punch it in there.
All right, let me punch it in there. You keep talking while I do this.
Yeah. But yeah, it was just a little disappointing because I feel like anybody would think that we were ready to go. And actually, you know what? I ain't trying to hate on Jim Ashley. Jim Ashley, I already had you on my phone, so we're going to call that now.
Let me see. Let me get it up.
Oh, you calling from there?
You had to call from Skype. No, call from Skype.
Okay, sorry.
Because they're not going to hear it. What's the number?
68. About to tell it.
212. Man, you guys are getting to see why Jordan gets compensated the way he does.
There you go.
We're going to have to figure this out. All right, here we go. It's ringing.
The quintessential business.
What's up?
What's up, Jim? How are you, man?
World traveler.
Hey, doing good. How you fellas doing?
What's up,
So far, so good, man. So far, so good. Nothing major, though. What's your life like?
Life's good. Life's good. Can't complain.
Well, you could say you're not in Australia, and we know that's where you want to be.
It's true.
Well, that's true. Or the fact that Coastal Carolina shot the lights out on us last night.
They couldn't miss if their life depended on it. If they had to miss a shot to save their life, they couldn't do it.
No, and oh man. Anyway, I wanted to give you guys a rapid fire tonight.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, there's 5 of them here. The first one, this commemorates Easter, which is coming up. Reese's Pieces or M&Ms?
Good question. Now, can we ask what kind of M&Ms?
Doesn't matter. Whichever ones you grab off the shelf at Kroger.
There you go.
I'm going Reese's Pieces.
I'm definitely going M&Ms.
Okay. Now these next 2 questions commemorate the last Monday Nitro episode, which took place 18 years ago today. NWO or DX?
NWO.
Oh!
All right. What's next?
That's right.
In ring.
Scott Hall. Steve Nash.
Rapid fire.
Oh, sorry. I forgot. Go ahead, Jim. Sorry.
Okay, in ring. Ric Flair or Hulk Hogan?
In ring, Ric Flair.
It is a really good close call. Rapid fire. Woo!
All right. This is a very, very generic one. This next one. Pepsi or Coke?
Coke.
Oh, definitely Coke.
All right. And finally, even though college football season's more than a few months away, I want to throw this out there. Bowl championship series or the college football playoff?
Playoffs. Playoffs.
Playoffs. Playoffs. We'll go playoffs.
All right, I thought I'd throw that in there, even with all the controversy that's happened with the playoffs and everything.
No, I like it. I like the controversy.
Rapid fire is over, so we can expand on this because here's the thing.
Go to it.
No, because the playoffs.
Yeah.
Playoffs. You have 4 teams. Yeah. You have 4 teams. So you have more opportunity to show who really deserves to be in there. The BCS, as much as people didn't like it, I feel like most of the time they got it right. There's a few times they didn't, but I go with the playoffs because you got 4 teams. Really figure it out on the field.
There you go.
That's where I am with it, too. I 100% feel exactly the same way. Oh, okay, good. I couldn't find where our messages were.
And as for...
where do you go? Which one do you pick, BCS or playoffs?
I would go with the college football playoff. I know there were some controversies there's been controversies with both, which is why they switched from the BCS to the college football playoff. But if you remember the last few years of the BCS, they finally added a championship game that wasn't one of the 4 big bowls. And just when I thought they finally got it right, but people were demanding the playoffs.
No, and I understand it because when you have 4 teams, it's better than 2 teams. And 2 teams, sometimes there could be agendas. And 4 teams, obviously, as we've seen, there could be agendas too, but you have more leeway to get it wrong. Like, if you're not in the top 4, I feel like
there are very few teams who have an argument for being in the top 4.
Yeah, there you go.
But there's even less who have an argument for being top 2.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion. The only thing I like better about the BCS personally is the trophy, because that's the greatest trophy in the history of sports, in my opinion. I like it even better than Lord Stanley's Cup.
Did you know? Hey, Jim, I'm talking to you too. Did you know they still get that trophy for the national championship win?
No. When?
I did not know that.
They still get that. They still get the Sears trophy. The trophy they show is the new college football playoff trophy. But in their trophy case,
Clemson, when they showed their trophy case, they didn't show that crystal ball.
No, they didn't show it. They got it though. Google it. Hey, Google it, Jim. They still still get the Sears trophy in their trophy case, but the trophy they show
Somebody's
is the
calling
college
us.
football playoff.
Somebody's calling right now. If you're calling, don't call. Instead, text us. We'll call you back.
58.
Jay. All right, Jim. We got to call Zach, so we'll talk to you later. But thank you for calling in.
No problem, fellas. Have a good one.
All right,
brother.
You can call that number back.
There's another number ahead.
Legitimately, I almost said it out loud.
I know we keep doing that.
But no, that's a good call. Like, and here's the thing: we want to hear from you guys. What is the best trophy in sports? Because
That's a good question.
No, because there's a lot of great trophies. There's the NBA MVP. There's the NBA trophy, which I can't remember what it's called. Larry O'Brien trophy. You got the Major League Baseball trophy. You have the national.
What is the name of the Major League Baseball trophy?
I don't know, and I just threw that out there for whatever because we know that's not in the ranks.
All right, we're calling Zach right now.
The World Cup Finals.
The Balloon d'Or is for the best player. I feel like the World Cup trophy and the Balloon d'Or are too small.
Hello?
What's up, Zach?
Yo, what's going on, guys? So, I got a question for y'all. So, I'm being a student, and I go to school with a lot of the players and stuff. And just from what y'all have seen of the videos so far of Neil Brown at practice, just talking to these guys, I see these guys on a day-to-day basis, pretty much, some of them, and with like classes and all, and they seem to think like he's already more involved practice-wise with everybody than like as a head coach than maybe Dana was. What's your all's take on him from what you all have seen from the mic'd up videos and talking to him? What's your all's general consensus on how you think the practices are going so far for the football team compared to maybe in the past?
I met the guy twice now. In my brief conversation with him, he was as genuine as he seems everywhere else. And that's one thing that everybody will tell you. I mean, there's no person on planet Earth who says, I don't like authenticity. There's nobody who says, I don't like when somebody's genuine with me. So for me, I just feel like what we see is what we get, and that's a nice change of pace. You know what I mean? I think players can relate to that. I think that's part of why you've seen the transition go so smoothly with the players buying in so easily, believing that they really do have a chance to fight for their position, that this is a meritocracy. Things have not been decided. I think it's going to be huge when it comes to the donors. So far, there's nothing I don't like about this hire, and there's nothing I don't like about this transition.
I think he's doing insane.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no. You guys go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I think that he's doing and saying all the right things, but I think you're in a perfect position, better than most people, because you are actually in classes with these players, and the players are better able to represent what's actually taking place more than anybody else because they were part of the old regime, and so now when they see this new regime coming in, you are there to hear what they have to say. You are there to hear what they have, they actually feel. This is not reporting. This is not people like saying, oh, we looked at Neil Brown and he said, you're there and you hear what's really going on and you hear how the players really feel. So we hear certain things and we like what's going on and we feel like it's a great feeling and it's going well. But I think the position you're in to hear the players actually speaks more than what we could ever say.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Well, so far it seems like just the general consensus from a couple of guys I've talked to, they think things are going well and they think that this is a great staff. And I mean, personally, as a fan, I thought, when the hire happened that we hit a home run, but we'll find out once the season comes around.
No, and they
so far I like what I see.
Who have you talked to? That's what I want to know.
No, before you said that, it seems like they love it too. They seem like they love this new regime. Like every time I hear somebody talk, but go ahead.
Who have you talked to? Because you mentioned that you spoke to some people. Who have you talked to?
Not really. I don't know if I should I don't really know if I want to put names out on the air.
It's just the three of us talking.
That's right, and we're saying good things. We're not talking about hating on the program. We're talking about good things. We're talking about positive things.
I don't want to pressure you. If you don't want to say you.
No. If you want to talk about people who are saying good things about the program. Stephen A.
However.
And I have one more question for you guys real quick before I go.
What's up?
I see a lot of people online that, and this was last night after the basketball game, a lot of people that were kind of, that were praising this team, from the Big 12 tournament run to now, and you get online, and it's the same people that were. I see them just bashing after the game last night. I don't know. That just really threw me off. I didn't know if you guys had seen a lot of the same thing, or what your take is on that. That kind of bothered me.
Par for the course.
That's what I was going to
say.
Like,
same.
That's what's to be expected. Here's the thing.
And Huggy expected it too.
Huggy's,
I'll give you this. For the people who are upset, Huggy says he's embarrassed.
Yeah, true.
So, I mean, if he's embarrassed, it's okay for us to be embarrassed.
I will also say, I've said this a million times, passion works both ways. There's a reason why WVU fans aren't Pitt fans, because we have passion and our hearts are wrapped up in it.
Yep.
So when you appreciate something, you're going to appreciate the heck out of it. And when you're heartbroken and you're mad, it's also going to work both ways. So I'm not saying sometimes people go too far in the things that they say, but there's a reason why we are a passionate fan base, and people say we belong in the SEC because we have that passion for West Virginia, and we really do live or die or really hang on wins and losses that West Virginia has.
I do want to say we got to go because we got to make another phone call before we get to Eugene Napoleon. Eugene Napoleon at 6:30. We're going to interview him regarding his Inside the Jersey documentary. So we'll get to that right now.
All right.
All right, guys.
All right, man. I'll be watching. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Zach.
Appreciate your call.
Yeah, man.
All right, we moving on. Is it 6:30 right now?
No, I'm gonna make that last phone call with that call we missed.
All right, let's get him.
Can you look on your phone to see if you see any of the comments from? Because I'm not seeing any of the comments.
Facebook or
YouTube.
All right.
It says 15 people are watching, but I'm not seeing their comments. Oh.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Hey, who we got?
Hey, it's your boy Dylan from Parkersburg.
What's up, Dylan? Hey, shout out to Dylan who's got his own radio show now.
Hey, does he? Red Cup? Look,
Dylan got his own radio show. What are you doing now?
Let me upgrade ya.
Tell us where we can hear you, Dylan.
Yeah, we're still setting it up.
Oh, my bad.
Really soon. No, it's coming soon, though. It's coming soon.
Well, let us know. Keep us posted, and we'll come through whenever you're ready for us.
All right, sweet. So I'm gonna make this real quick because I really want to see this interview coming up at 6:30. I want to hold you guys behind. But the first thing, I want to answer your question to the trophy thing earlier. I don't know how you cannot go, even though it's technically not a trophy given out anymore, but how could you not go with the BCS National Championship trophy as the best trophy?
Oh, never. No question.
Yeah, Jeremy and I.
Jeremy are
100% on the same page.
No,
with this.
there are two.
And always have been.
No, there are two trophies that fight for each other. It is that crystal ball kissing it in the Heisman Trophy.
Yep, and I'm 100% on board.
Oh yeah.
We did not talk about this beforehand, and I already knew. There's no comparison.
No comparison.
Lord Stanley. I will say.
Lord Stanley Cup.
The celebration of and with
in the name Lord Stanley's Cup is pretty tight.
But besides that, I like the Larry O'Brien Trophy too.
The fact that they passed Lord Stanley's Cup around from each player.
That's what I said. I said the celebration.
And drink from it. Yeah,
that's what I said.
No,
I said
it's close.
The celebration part of it is what makes it special. But if you take the celebration out, it looks like, I mean, if you just saw it in somebody's garage, you wouldn't think it's special. You think it's great because you see people drinking champagne out of it in Las Vegas.
Okay,
but if you just saw it in somebody's garage, but if you saw that crystal football anywhere,
no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter what.
No,
you don't even have to like sports.
Even the Heisman Trophy pose, it's something special.
I think that's specific to sports. But the crystal football.
No, Brandon, if you walk into a garage and the Heisman Trophy is sitting there,
you don't like sports.
The huge Heisman Trophy with the hand sticking out, this guy did something special.
Yeah, but if you don't like sports, you don't care. You see that crystal trophy, you could just like jewelry and love the crystal.
Okay. We're talking about appreciate, because I'm saying you're going to appreciate that something great.
That trophy
but you're saying,
I'm saying it's bigger than even sports. It
is.
transcends. It is just beautiful. I mean, just remembering people.
Waterford
remember Cam Newton holding that up and kissing it?
No. I dreamed a dream.
And he is me.
No. The dream is that musical. Somebody's gonna tell us.
Oh, from something land.
Oh man.
With Ryan.
No.
I know what you guys are talking about.
I don't be watching movies.
No, we're all the same. Yeah, we're men's. We don't.
All right, so look, we got to go, Dylan. We appreciate you calling in.
Ball,
we might
can I ask one more question?
One more. What's up?
Hey, it's real quick. So you guys know our top four backs: McCoy, Petaway,
PHS
Brown,
over South. Yes,
Sinkfield.
Dylan. PHS over South. Yeah.
What?
I said PHS over South. Yes.
Forever. Rats.
That's our answer.
Oh yes.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Continue on.
So those top four backs coming back, could you make a statement saying that we could potentially have the best backfield in the Big 12?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You can make that argument for sure. I'm not saying that it's true necessarily. Oklahoma's got really good running backs. But I definitely think we can make an argument because we've got really good running backs.
You just go with that.
Say what you
want. Last year I thought we had one of the best running back cores, and then I looked at Iowa State and Oklahoma and a few other teams.
Wait. Did Iowa State have a great core? Or did they have David Montgomery? Because we're talking about running back core, stable.
I don't care. I care about running the ball. All I care about is running the ball.
Yeah, but he's not asking that. He's asking who's got the best group of running backs.
No, but you say group of running backs. All that matters is in the game time, who is going to produce the most. And that one running back.
He's not asking who has the best running game.
Okay. So my answer is I don't think so.
Okay, who's got a better running? Who's got a better group?
I don't know, but last year I didn't think so either. So
yeah, but so you really don't know. I mean, like.
I'm saying last year I thought our running backs were ridiculous.
Then Alex Sinkfield got hurt. Then Letty Brown got hurt.
That's true. We kept getting hurt. I need to see them produce on the field. I need to see them produce on the field because last year
over 5 yards a carry.
I don't care what they average. I looked at other running backs and thought, you know what? You know how I feel. This is how I judge running backs. When I see other running backs, I think, do I wish he was on my team? When I had Steve Slayton, when I had Noah Devine, when I had
no. Don't you dare try to lump Don't you dare try to
No, because I didn't say other players. I said Steve Slayton. He wasn't playing in the league.
I
said Steve Slayton, Noah Devine, KJ Harris, when we had those big-time backs, Zaraway, I never wanted for another running backs. Last year, I liked our running backs. I'm saying I looked at other teams and thought, man, if he was on our team, it's a different story.
Yeah, David Montgomery, though, was sick. And what's his name?
That's all I'm saying.
What's his name at Kansas? P, starts with the P. Anyway, no, that's a good call. I am with you, though. I do think that we have arguably the best running back.
I hope. We'll see.
There you go. Oh, yeah.
Puka Williams. That's who it is. All right, man. So we're going to call Eugene. Stay tuned for that, Eugene. We're calling Eugene right now. Hopefully he'll answer when I call. All
right, thanks, guys.
All right, brother.
All right, man. Just had to keep it real. I keep it real for a few seconds.
You kept it real, but I just, but again, like I
trying to call me out on Noel Devine.
I was
tried. But I was talking about Steve Slayton. I wasn't talking about any other running backs. I was talking about Steve Slayton. With this particular aspect, like the way I feel like if I have a great running back or the best running back in our league is when I feel like I look at other teams and think, nah, I don't need them.
Yeah, but I think he's talking about group because if your running back gets hurt, it's not like quarterback where only one guy plays. Like, that's the difference. Running back, though, you can't have one guy play. But I honestly think having four is almost kind of hard because how do you keep everybody fed?
I don't care as long as they produce.
Yeah, and it's hard to get a rhythm in order to produce what I'm saying. So here's Eugene Napoleon.
There's a lot of numbers in there. Hopefully you got them. So I think you got one too many.
Hello.
What's up, Eugene?
What's going on, man?
Hey, he's in the building.
It's the Raspy Voice Kids Live. Eugene Napoleon is the first interview on RVK Live. He's making history all week. Saturday was the premiere of his Inside the Jersey Dub V Nation documentary. Now he's breaking another barrier as he's our first live interview of all time for the Raspy Voice Kids.
Of all time?
The legendary number 33, 1988 undefeated running back, Eugene Napoleon. How you doing, my friend?
I am blessed, man. I am honored, blessed, and happy to be on your platform. Whenever I'm on your platform, it's a blessing.
Well, man, when we get to hang out with you, it's always good.
And this is the first time Jay Fiend, ILSA Pit is in the building with Gene Napoleon, man. Yeah. I love it, man. Doing so many things, doing so many big things. We're just proud of everything that you've done.
He's changing the game.
You know, he's doing it big.
He had his family in the building. Well, gold selling recording artist Naya, who's got the song out 304. 304. for.
Get it.
That's all I ever lived for. Yeah. So we got that song. The song was in the documentary. Yeah, man. So just big things happening everywhere. His son, Brandon Napoleon, doing excellent business things, possibly some football things in the future. I don't know. We might see. Gordon Gee came through for your premiere, showing love to Eugene. So, man, I'll tell you what, Eugene, I got to be honest with you. I knew it was going to be a good time. I was really surprised at how enthusiastic the turnout was. It was even more enthusiastic than I anticipated.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pinching myself because you're right. You're totally right. Whenever you get the president to come out, and I know how busy President Gee, I know how busy he is, So for him to take time out of his schedule to come through, and he had, I know a few other prior engagements, that meant the world to me, and I definitely let him know that. That really meant the world to me, and just the fans. That place was packed. There wasn't an empty seat, at Kegler's for this premiere, and it was awesome. And the after party was awesome. I mean, the whole night it couldn't have went any better.
Well, it could have been better if I.
It really couldn't have.
If I could have been able to go to the after party, that might have made it better. But I missed.
After the party, it's a Waffle House.
But besides that, you're right, man. Everything else, they had a cake for him and everything, Jay. I mean, they took care of our man for real. And the premiere.
They did. You want to laugh at something? I just got this back, just so you know this. Do you know, because of the radio station in Philly, my people in Philly, WBNC, Breaking Chains, that they just gave me, I got to get the official numbers, but on the way back home, they were letting me know that did broadcast in over 40 countries worldwide, and the numbers, they'll give me the official analytics here within the next few days, but they can see on their radar everybody. I mean, it was a huge, people tuned in on a large amount.
So RVK.
In 40, yes, in 40 countries.
RVK, NapVision, WV Nation, and WBNC, 40 countries.
Wow.
Big audience. Eugene Napoleon's documentary. That's dope, man. And I'm telling you, shout to Bev Brooks. Shout to DJ CL Smooth. They did their thing. They helped me out. It was great meeting them actually in person. And I love that they were able to give you that kind of feedback, man. You deserve to hear that. You deserve to do those numbers.
I appreciate that. It means a lot. And that's what I'm talking about when we say when I said I wanted the entire country to know how special West Virginia is to me, now this is going global. This is going international.
No, international player with a passport.
That's what I love more than anything is all the greatest things that you've done and all the things you've accomplished, you've brought the Mountaineers along with you.
Yep.
You brought WVU, and that's the thing.
In the whole state.
So sometimes people leave and, they do their own things, and that's what it is. But, the whole time that you've been doing what you're doing and all the great things you've accomplished, you've been repping the WV. You've been repping the old gold and blue, and we love it. We absolutely love it, man, and appreciate it.
I appreciate it. I mean, I really want people to understand how first off, how beneficial it was to attend West Virginia, to graduate from West Virginia, and obviously to be a Mountaineer. I think when you say it, it's one thing, but like you said, when you kind of live it every day, that's something totally different as well.
Amen, yeah.
I'm very proud. I'm proud of what it meant to graduate from WVU. And everybody knows it. I mean, I don't go anywhere, but I'm on somebody else's campus. I'm repping the old gold and blue.
Yes, sir.
And look, man, you in good shape too, and dare him to say something.
Let me tell you a funny story about Eugene Napoleon.
Well, I've been blessed. I'll put it that way. My wife always laughs. I'll go to a Rutgers game to support one of the foreign players that I coach, and I'm sitting up there, and they already know what I'm wearing.
Hey, that was their choice. They invited you. Hey, man.
Well, no doubt.
I wanna thank you for letting us be a part of that. It really was. It was a cool experience. And it was
no doubt
humbling and very very humbling and a very blessed experience for me to be a part of that. And I'm grateful for that. And I hope we can continue to keep working with you through all the things that you're doing.
Well, I'm telling you right now, that's an emphatic yes. You already know the respect that I have, for you and your brother and your platform and what you guys do. So you already know that. And yeah, I mean, from this point on, it's just all about building. And yes, sir. I mean, I'm honored and I'm humbled that you want to be a part of everything that we're doing. So, yeah, that's an emphatic yes, for sure.
The one thing I want to say is, and I'm not trying to switch it up, and Brandon, let me know if like you were going a different direction, is we know that you've been at a few different schools and you've been a part of a few different spring practices, and here we are breaking out spring practice here in WVU. What does that actually mean? So, like, the common fan, you know, if you play sports, you know what spring practice mean. Like, what's being implemented? Are you working out? Like, I know you worked out, you know, through the winter time. Are you working out harder?
What's happening? What's going on in
That's
spring
right.
practice?
What did it mean to you when you got to WVU or a big-time program?
Oh, man, you're working out all the kinks. You know what I mean? You're bringing your players along. You're trying to figure out what you have. You're also working on, to me, one of the most important things, you're working on your depth. You're figuring out, okay, who's my starting 11 offensively? Who's my starting 11 defensively? Who's my starting 11 on the special teams? Now, more importantly, once I got that locked in, who's after those guys that are going to play integral parts in helping us win when the season kicks off? And spring ball, to me, you start that's really where you build the character of your team, because the coach is going to infuse, this is my temperament, and I want my team to have this particular temperament. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No matter what that's going to be. Yeah, you start to infuse that in the spring. You start to get a better grasp on your. Mm-hmm.
No, and I get that part of it. But what does it mean to you as an individual player? So for you coming in and you're playing. So not from the coach's perspective, but from the player perspective, how do things change?
From the player's perspective, I always looked at the spring as, listen, this for me, spring meant this is grind time, and it's an opportunity to put myself in a position to be the man. You know what I mean? At any position, you get to prove it in the spring, because that goes to show you want to build where you are. So when you go into fall camp, the coaches know what to expect. They know what to expect. You know what I mean? This dude had a great spring game. He had a great.
So did you see people who were out of shape coming into spring, or were you one of those players who was ready and prepared, and you were like, look, I've been prepared for this for 3 weeks because I know spring practice is coming?
Always. Yeah. And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. We were fortunate, and I'm going to talk back. I'm going to go back to my years there. When guys came in the spring, very few came in out of shape. I'm going to tell you that right now. And again, you get a real good understanding of how good your team is going to be when they are in shape in the spring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they kind of know that they're going to take this stuff serious, and you have X amount of practices to kind of hone your skills a little bit. And think about it this way. That's your first chance to show the coach how serious you are, not only about the program, but you individually. You want to be able to put yourself in a position to where they know they can count on you in the fall. So that starts in the spring. So when a player comes in, and we did, each player came in and said, I'm going to solidify my spot right now, and I'm going to show this staff and the rest of my teammates that I'm ready to go. To a man, everybody did that. And that's when you know you're going to have a pretty good football team.
No, I love
because they're taking it serious in the spring.
And I love it for the fact of, like, you know, average fans, they look and we hear spring ball and we see the spring practice or spring game, and we don't really know what it all means. I love for you breaking it down, like what the transitions and what it actually, you know, means for the squad.
And what I can't wait to talk about is
no doubt
what us working together actually means. But we're going to do that off air.
Right.
Gene, we're going to let you go. Right. I told you I wouldn't. I said I wouldn't keep you for more than 10 minutes. I know you're busy. You got a lot going on.
Look, Gene, you know me. I like to talk. We start getting into some deep things, man.
No, but I appreciate you, man.
And, no, listen, I love it. And you know what? Let me tell you something. That's the reason why you guys are successful. That's the reason why you're going to continue to be successful. And that's the reason why your platform is blowing up the way that it is. It's because you ask the really good questions and you allow people to really speak on it. And for those who don't know, you give them the opportunity. When you do break it down like that, that's really where information is disseminated, and people like the fans can definitely appreciate that. That's why you guys are who you are. You got to give people a chance to explain it. Information is key. You know, information is key. I don't like a lot of fluff. So that's why I like the opportunity to be able to explain myself and explain the answers that are being asked of me, because those who are listening and they're really attentive, they're listening for that information. They really are. They're listening for that information, and you guys do a great job of putting that out there. That's why you guys are who you are.
I saw, real quick before we go, one last thing. I saw you met Will Greer, and you played professionally. He's about to play professionally. What was your impression of him, getting to meet him at the bank at your after party?
Let me tell you something. I have, and I told him this when I pulled him to me. I said, listen, I have so much respect for you because I, like you, I know what it meant to transfer into this fine university and to be accepted. But again, I, like you, I also understand what it means to, you want to deliver for this great state, for this university, and for this fan base, and you did exactly that. So for that, I have nothing but respect for you, and I wish you nothing but great success in the future. And he just smiled and said, oh, man, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Now, here's the key. What I found, this young man is a humble dude. He's mature. He's married. He has a beautiful daughter. That's the kind of person that I want leading my franchise. His football IQ is what it is, and you know this guy has a talented arm, but he's the total package. He's the total package. That's what a quarterback is supposed to look like. That's how a quarterback is supposed to carry himself. That's what it is to be a franchise QB for an NFL team. I'm really proud of who and what Will Greer is.
Well, that beard and that coif don't hurt either. So his wife being the first lady of the franchise helps too. So you got it right, man. You know what it's like having the right first lady in your life. So
there you go.
They got the whole package.
Real recognize real.
All right. Once again, Eugene Napoleon.
No doubt about it.
Former running back for the West Virginia Mountaineers. Once a Mountaineer, always a Mountaineer. Thank you for joining the Raspy Voice Kids live. First time ever.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Listen, let's continue to keep great things happening. Not good things, great things happening. I love you guys, man, and thank you so much for allowing me to be on your platform.
Make the Raspy Voice Kids great forever.
You definitely. You got it.
All right, brother. Later. So that was Eugene Napoleon once again. Former running back. He was a parade All-American in high school, played at Pitt, transferred to West Virginia on the advice of Major Harris. He got there. He was a part of the 1988 season where we went undefeated. We beat Penn State, had a shot at a national championship, cut down because of injury, but he continued to press on. He did big professionally. He worked hard in the music business.
He did.
And Jeremy's got some comments that we need to get to on YouTube.
No. I'm going back to a few. Like, we talked about the NWO or D-Generation X.
Woo!
That was the question. All right, so Raymond Barger says NWO sweet, which we get that.
Yeah.
Also, I got to find this. Oh, no. Jasley 2WV says NWO for life. I thought there was somebody with DX. Maybe not.
D-Generation X. The D-Generation X. Here's the argument for D-Generation X. As far as wrestling.
Oh, yeah, Shane Laney. Shane Laney said DX all day. That's what he said. X-Pac, I see you, son.
Shane Laney, the thing about DX is they have the most notorious, besides the middle finger, they have the most notorious sign of all time.
You know,
that has transcended wrestling.
Yep.
It's transcended sport.
No.
And it has become, everybody knows when you get that X.
What you supposed to do.
You know what happens. You know what it means when you get that X. Shout out to Shane Laney for that.
Let's shout out Shep6901.
Shep Toombs.
Who gonna hate and said, is this a Smurf Live episode? Because it was blue to begin with.
Smurf right here, Grant. I know where you live.
I bet you do. I bet you do.
But that is hilarious.
Yeah.
That is funny.
That was good.
Good stuff.
That was good. Yeah, I think Corey said something here. Corey, CT Money said,
CT Money.
Oh, who broke the crystal ball? I don't know who broke the crystal ball. I know a few people who dropped their Heisman and broke their Heisman.
Eddie George got his broken going through the airport. Reggie Bush got his broken when he gave it back. O.J. Simpson got his broken when he had to auction it off. Or the Goldmans have it, one of the two. Man. Imagine somebody else having your Heisman Trophy. Good gracious.
Can you imagine not handling your money well enough that you got to sell championship rings?
Well, but his was because he
No, that's because him. I'm just saying there's certain people who haven't handled their funds, where they have to sell their championship rings or sell their Heisman or sell their national, well, I guess you don't get a trophy.
We have anybody else wanting us to call?
This is crazy. This is crazy.
We got 11 minutes left. Anybody else want to call? You got to text us right now. Let us know.
Brian Allison, what's up, baby? He's at RVK all day. We feel
all
you.
day, B. Who else we got over here?
We got a lot of people. People saying this and that, but
what are the comments? Let's read them.
I was just saying that they were saying. I mean, they are saying this and that.
Oh, gotcha. Because I'm trying to find it. Like, I can't. I'm trying to figure out all these. Oh, that's just. There we go.
There you go. Look, for the record, we don't have Jordan Ty Curry, our producer, here this week. He's on vacation. He's out living the good life down there in Florida, I believe. Maybe out the country. I don't even know. So me and Brandon try to pull this along ourselves.
He's not out of the country. He's in the Florida Keys.
Okay, so we had a great interview with Eugene, man. Such a good dude. Such a good dude, man. If you ever talk to him, you ever get a chance to go up and say hi, whether it's at a game or whatever.
Yeah, he's a humble dude.
Very gracious, very humble.
Big shoulders and traps, though, so don't try nothing.
Yeah, don't play.
So Zach Deck has another question. He says, I got another question for you guys, if you have time. We do have time. He said, would you guys be about a Pat McAfee stand-up show in Morgantown?
Oh, no question.
Yeah, don't bring your grandma, though. That would not be a family-friendly situation. But Pat McAfee's hilarious. He's a great storyteller. There's different kinds of comedians. You got the observational people. You got the people who talk about pop culture. Pat McAfee's a storyteller.
Absolutely.
And if you've not seen his stand-up before, you got to listen to him. He is good.
And what makes it funny is he's real. That's the thing. Like, you have certain comics.
And timing, but yeah.
Timing, and he's real. Like,
I know real people who ain't funny.
Yeah, well, I always find him, or I maybe not funny, but I always find him entertaining.
Yes, 100%.
So yeah, he's real. Yeah, there's no question.
I've been thinking about doing some stand-up myself. I've been working on some stuff. I got a few jokes. They say you need to have 5 minutes, I think is what they say, at least, or 7 minutes, something like that. So I've been working on some jokes. And I'm the kind of person who's willing to go down in a blaze of glory. I can go down, boot out, whatever happens. But I would like to at least try it.
Boot up.
I'd like to try it at least once in my life. Go do an open mic or something like that. Because I got some jokes. I got some ideas. I would love it. I would love to do that.
I feel like sometimes I think, I don't know about stand-up, but I think of like all the funny moments that happen if I could just write them down and then make one movie out of it.
You can write them down, and you can make a movie out of it.
Yeah, well,
we should. That's what we should do.
We should have been done to that.
We should write a book too.
A Black Key and Peele.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about.
You know what he means.
Y'all know what I'm trying to say. I ain't playing with y'all.
But who else?
It's good times. It's good times. It's good times, man. I'm just saying, like, somebody asked me now, they're like, oh, do you watch baseball? Do you watch hockey? Do you watch soccer?
Oh, no, he already called.
Basketball and football is over with. And what I always said is, get ready for the draft. That's about what time it is.
So Jeremy, who gets drafted first after Pro Day?
Still the same answer. They're more interested. I don't know if they're necessarily more interested. I don't care what kind of show you put on during Pro Day. And I'm talking about Will Greer. I think he's going to be a decent quarterback. But a
decent quarterback.
I'll say a decent quarterback, yeah.
Okay. Serviceable.
I think he's going to be a serviceable quarterback.
Okay.
But the truth is, I saw, the Senior Bowl, and there's a few other things that make me feel like maybe he'll go in the second round. But I still think Yadney's going first. And I think Gary Jennings will be close, not close second, but
over Wesco.
16 picks later over Wesco. I think 16 picks later Jennings goes, and then I think David Sills goes 5 or 6 picks later, and then Wesco goes
before David Long.
See, I think Will Greer goes, and then the question is Wesco and Long, not because they're not good, because
no, you should. Oh, gotcha. You mean
it's because
Yadney,
I don't.
Greer,
I don't.
Wesco or Long.
It goes Yadney and the 2 receivers first, and then Greer.
Okay.
And I think they're all in the first 4 rounds, and then after that, it's up to Wesco and Long. And I think Wesco may be better at his position than other people are at their position, but because their position isn't valued as much, that's why you go later in the draft.
Yeah, I'm curious, and with Gronk retiring, it opens the door for Wesco. Can you imagine if Wesco, Greer, and either one of the receivers ended up in New England together.
But Wesco isn't that receiving type of tight end.
Yeah, but you know that Bill Belichick uses guys different ways. He just likes good football players.
No, he does. He does. I'm just saying he doesn't have that explosion off the line.
One thing I do want to do is
I see Wesco going to Arizona Cardinals or the 49ers.
That's interesting, especially with Kyler going to because I think Kyler is definitely locked for Arizona. Let's give a shout out to our sponsors, Astor Auto, the best automotive dealer in all of the state of West Virginia. They take care of you not only with kindness and dignity, honesty and straightforwardness, but with style and luxury as well. The man with the plan there, Mr. Jamie Spears. Swilled Dog, because we're encouraging you to get swilled.
Get swilled.
Responsibly, of course. And then also Shrinkables.
Shrinkables.
We're giving a big shout to sports fans, Chad Rogers. He's going to have all the guys we just mentioned. Trevon Wesco.
Everybody.
Will Greer. Gary Jennings.
Extravaganza.
David Sills. David Long. They're all going to be at Taze Valley. They're going to be there. You can get your autograph. You can get a photo op. All the information is on Facebook.
When's the next time?
SportsFansWV.com. Check it out because you may not get another crop like this ever again. Chad Rogers, the man putting it together.
And when's the next time those players are going to be in the same building? Those type of players, those first 4-round players are going to be in the same building. This is your last chance. Truth be told, you got to be there. Real talk.
Shout to the pizza place. They had Neil Brown just there. If Neil Brown's eating at the pizza place, what kind of a Mountaineer fan are you to not go eat the official pepperoni roll of the Raspy Voice Kids over at the pizza place? Shout to Mike and Luca over there shutting it down up there in Morgantown.
Real talk. I could go for some pizza place
up on the
right
mile
now.
ground.
Yep.
Go check them out. That's what's up. Those are our guys, and they're taking care of us. And big shout to Mr. Sean Kovich, who gave us Bridgestone golf balls. They're not just Bridgestone golf balls, Jeremy. I already have mine. I gave some to Pops.
That's right. You better save me some.
Show him, Jay.
Show
him, Jay.
So, look at this. Look at this.
The Flying WV.
The official Flying WV.
He said it's guaranteed to go 300 yards straight down the fairway when you hit it.
Yeah, well. Yeah. Well.
That's what he said. And Sean Kovich. Shout out to Sean Kovich, the men's golf coach. Every single year they have improved. Every single year they move up in the rankings. The Big 12 is one of the toughest in the nation, if not the toughest in the nation for golf. So show love to the Big 12. We're hosting the Big 12 tournament this year at the Greenbrier.
Right.
So if you get a chance, you want to go out there. The Greenbrier is a great venue, period. But if you can go support your Mountaineers, you got to go support them.
All I think about is how you said, like King of Hill. Every time you hit the ball, it's like being in the Army. Left, right, left. Like you said this also. He said, like Mike said, I don't know how you guys afford to play golf.
That was the funniest. That was the funniest. We used to golf with Mike, and Mike would always say that I don't know how you guys afford to play golf. And he was being funny, but hilarious. So,
as much as we hit the ball in the woods and the water.
Look, I want to thank everybody who stuck it through with us. Blueface and everything. Grant. Okay, you don't even know who Blueface is, do you, hippie? Anyway,
what's your name?
Yeah, Blueface and everything. Thank you guys for sticking it through with us. We had to stop it and restart it. Jordan really showed how important he is tonight. He still remoted in and helped us get some things figured out. But thank you guys for sticking it out with us, listening to the show, calling in, sending messages, commenting. We appreciate the love. We're just going to keep going. Every single Tuesday, the RVK
That's right.
will
And
be
so
live.
Get your questions up, man. Look, you've seen it.
Rapid fire is the best.
It doesn't matter what questions you ask. We answer it. We keep it real. Talk to us about the Mountaineers. Talk to us about concerts. Talk to us about Bruno Mars. Talk to us about Taylor Swift. It doesn't matter. Talk to us about, I don't know, Chipotle. Oh, man, I'm hungry.
Yeah, I think the same thing.
Goodness. Because Chipotle and Qdoba are not the same thing. And
wait, which one do you like better, Chipotle or Qdoba?
It's not even a question. Qdoba has that they're like, oh, we have this cheese sauce. Cheese sauce tastes like nothing. It's liquid nothing. Please don't play with me. Don't play with me. If I said Chipotle, I mean Chipotle.
Man, I love Chipotle. I'm finna go get some Chipotle now. You done convinced me. They not even a sponsor. But we right now where we are at the moment, we don't have our sandwich you. We do not have the pizza place at the moment, right? Exactly where we are.
If I had pizza place here, I'd be
that would be the obvious choice.
Or sandwich you like whoo.
The obvious choice. Not even close. But at the moment, that is not the option.
Yeah.
So we got to do. So I'm gonna get swilled.
Go to China. Go to China, Panda.
And be on the lookout. Swill Dog is going to have their pineapple coming out soon. We'll tell you what it's like. They got their Walk the Dog, the caramel apple. They've got a rosé that'll be out too. Got to check for them, watch for them, shout to them. We love them, Swill Dog. Oh, and congratulations again to Brad and Brooke on Baby Bishop. We love it. Jeremy Bishop, I told her, I said it's just like Juice. It's a little girl.
Juice.
I love it. All right, guys. So that's it for us. We made it. It's 7 o'clock. Well, you know what? It's not. 7 o'clock. It is 7 o'clock now.
Hold up. I'm going to just say real quick because I should have mentioned this. Donna Simmons talks about what about Bigelow.
Hey, Donna.
Trey, BTV says Trey Dooms transfer, which we talked about last week. He is going to transfer.
Definitely.
Bigelow put up 31 reps on the 225 reps, so hopefully he can make a squad, made an impression.
He showed out.
That's what we got.
Deuces.